push onto my pulse. I can see your face behind the smoke. Sometimes I wonder if you like it when I'm dying for it.
Alright, gentlemen, and ladies, of course, today we have an absolute banger of a video, which is going to be the 3-year total ascension plan that's going to take you from a sub-5 to a fucking Slayer. I'm not lying when I say this. I think that this is actually achievable if you take the rather extreme, dedicated fucking measures that I'm about to tell you. So, without wasting any further time, first thing we're going to do, hop on roids. Something with that's highly androgenic, as in testosterone, without using a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. I'll go into other videos in the future as to why I think DHT still can play a very important role in the masculinization process, not only like secondary male characteristics like deepening of the voice, more facial hair, but also like actual facial structure changes and development into adulthood. I did not inhibit my DHT whatsoever until this last year, when I also completely came off of gear. So when I got the whole of my like facial changes through hormone use, I was not inhibiting DHT that whole time. And I think that because I did that, my results were a lot better than they would have been if I would have like just ran test without with something like finasteride or dutasteride. But I'll get into that in future fucking videos. I know there's a bunch of controversy regarding that. Don't want to get into that in this video. But basically, yeah, run hormones for like 2.5 years, test, and then either GH or GH secretagogue. Like what I ran, MK677. I know MK gets a lot of shit. I think it's underrated. MK, I think, is the fucking way to go. Best bang for your buck. That's just my opinion, though. But you could look into other peptides and shit, or obviously just straight up GH if you can afford it. I could not afford it at the time, so I just ran MK. And for me, MK gave me pretty fucking crazy results. But, I mean, some people are going to be better responders to it than others. The point is, there's two main pathways when it comes to getting facial changes as an adult, I think. And really getting some crazy facial changes as an adult if you're under the age of 25. That's the androgenic pathway and then the GH/IGF-1 pathway. So hit both of them. So basically we're going to do this for 2.5 years. But while we're on, cycles and shit, we're not going to be looking our best because obviously this shit is going to make you bloated. It's going to reduce your collagen production. Obviously going to be losing a bit more hair. More acne, all this kind of shit, right? So, while you're running the gear, don't be worried about, oh my god, I still look fucking chopped. Just wait, because after like 2.5 years, you're going to stop taking gear, start taking finasteride or dutasteride to halt any further hair loss, and then do other shit. Minoxidil, derma rolling, derma stamping, I'll get into fucking hair loss in another video. There's also a lot of good shit on the internet. Basically, full hair loss protocol. And you're going to reduce your androgen load further to back down to natural ranges or just come off completely. I'm currently on 70 milligrams of testosterone per week, which is like really fucking low. I mean, most people's TRT is like 100 to 120. I'm only on 70 milligrams a week. Feel fine, feel great. And I'm doing that because, I'm very prone to hair loss. So like I'm only on 70 milligrams per week. And I'm also, taking like finasteride and shit. Probably going to be switching to dutasteride soon. But yeah, so basically this 6 months is going to be the soft maxing period where you get fucking shredded. Because ideally, like while you're running gear and shit, if you want to get the most like physique gains as well as like bone growth and bone changes, you're not going to want to be at a maintenance or like in a calorie deficit the whole fucking 2.5 years. Like I'd imagine if two people started out taking gear, and over the span of 2.5 years, one of them was at a maintenance or a calorie deficit the whole time, and one of them was in a surplus pretty much the whole, either a surplus or maintenance the whole time, then I'd imagine that person with just more nutrients being provided to their body is going to probably have more structural changes. And that's basically what I did. When I was running gear, I pretty much like perma-bulked the whole time because I was a gym cell. So yeah, basically, then at that last 6 months, like I said, you're going to cut out the gear, go on a cut, get pretty fucking lean, you know, get on a really solid skincare regimen, get that collagen production back, get on a hair loss prevention protocol, all this shit, really lock in on the soft maxes so that then you can have a good base as to like, okay, now that I've run hormones, now that I've done soft maxing, really the only other option left now is hard maxing. And luckily enough, over this 3 years, you are going to have a second job. Okay, so starting today, you're going to get a fucking second job. You are going to be saving up, working just part-time, putting money into the fucking hard max fund so that when you get to the end of this 3 years, you can either have surgeries already lined up and planned to be getting, and you can actually have the money to afford to do that. So, yeah, that's basically the looks maxing side of it. Hormones for like 2.5 years, soft maxing for like 6 months. Boom, over that span of 3 years, you had an extra job, or you're just setting aside money for hard maxes so that, bam, towards the end of the 3 years, you now have some hard maxes locked in, and then you can basically maximize your looks via the three main mechanisms: hormones, soft maxing, surgery. Bam. Now we're going to be getting into other things that you can be doing, because obviously a lot of you are fucking, you know, incels, and even if you did look good, you would still get zero bitches, and this is like an epidemic with most other looks maxers, is they pull mid bitches, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to be mean and shit, but like, I was pulling girls hotter than what K Shami and fucking Clavicular are pulling when I was a fucking sub5, bro. Because I did what I'm about to tell you, which is working on your social skills and doing cold approaches. By the way, and I don't want you to make any fucking excuses like, oh, I'm neurodivergent. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. I am literally diagnosed with autism. I am actually autistic. Like, actually. To a pretty significant degree. All right? Like, I could not make eye contact with people. I hated public settings. Fucking super antisocial. Incredibly, like, needed a very rigid routine. Literally, like, if I would go out into a public fucking setting, my heart rate would be like cardio ranges, bro. Just from the anxiety of being around people. Was a complete, like, virgin all throughout high school. Never even held a fucking woman's hand. And now we're out here. I ain't trying to brag, but we out here now. So, how did I fucking do it? How did I beat autism? 3 things. Number 1, exposure therapy to women and social interactions with strangers through cold approaching. When I first fucking started, holy shit, was it scary. Holy shit, the first few times I did have to get a bit drunk to be able to do it. But the more you fucking do it, dude, it's like with everything, it gets to the point of being a non-factor. You go, and this will happen pretty rapidly with approaching. Like, I went from literally visibly shaking, like when I was talking to girls in the first week when I was doing it, to like 3 months later, after literally approaching every day for like 3 months straight. You know, I was super confident, super smooth with the interaction. Well, not super smooth. I still had a lot of, you know, shit to work on when it came to my actual speaking ability and like charisma that was communicated to other people. But at least my confidence, I was very relaxed, right? Like my biological response to talking to a stranger, you know, let alone a beautiful woman, it was very like calm, chill, relaxed. And that's the best place that you need to be. Like, you're going to get a lot of rejections when you first start, just because women can really pick up and sense like when you are nervous and anxious and all this shit. So literally, it's not even like, oh, you get better at your pickup lines and shit as you progress with cold approaching. It's that literally your body language and like the way that you come across to the woman gets much better the more you do it. And they pick up on that shit, and that's more attractive to them. So, yeah, that's a huge thing. So go out and cold approach. Like, dude, I literally, bro, for fucking years straight, cold approached multiple times a week. Just had sessions of going out and cold approaching because, like, I sucked with women so bad. I was just like, dude, I need to just, like, brute force my way into getting good with women. As in, like, tons of approaches every week, trying to line up dates literally for every fucking day. I'm juggling multiple relationships at one fucking time, learning how to be an ice cold playboy, right? So the only way to do this is literally to just get after it and go out there and cold approach a shit ton. Dating apps, do not fuck with dating apps. Don't fuck with Instagram, game, and DMing chicks. Like, this shit is fucking cope, bro. Major cope. Go out and start cold approaching. And by the way, guys, like, you will surprise yourself with some successes. Like, sometimes ugly chicks, bro. Like, I'm talking twos. Yes, I've approached fucking twos before and got rejected by twos before. But then other times when I was a sub-5, I would approach a solid 7 and, like, bag her ass, bro. And, like, fucking her within a week. Like, if you approach enough girls, bro, you are going to get laid, even if you're fucking chopped. Like, I was literally, like, I'm telling you guys right now, I had hotter girlfriends than all these other fucking looks maxers when I was a sub-5. After like 6 months to a year, it was probably like after a year of approaching is when, and like juggling multiple relationships at the same time and like actually learning more about women and like how to maintain their attraction, like in the relationship. And also like learning how to fucking use my dick, because that's like a big, huge part of keeping girls around. Dude, like, I'm not trying to fucking brag or anything, but like, it's embarrassing how bad a lot of these looks maxers are with women. You know, it's like you do all this fucking looks maxing and shit to get just to pull a 3. Like, Jesus, bro. So don't be like that. So basically, like I said, with this 3-year ascension plan, we're not just going to send your looks. We're also going to make you fucking charismatic, you know, smooth criminal, right? And so, yeah, first thing, cold approaching. Second 2 things are watching charismatic people talk. I would go on YouTube and just for hours watch interviews of like actors and just people who are very charismatic and just observe them speak, just watch them speak. I would observe their body language, just observe the way that they would look at people, their like cadence as they spoke, the tone in which they spoke, all these things, and just like literally exposure therapy. Your brain is a fucking computer, bro. And like if you are inputting things constantly into your brain, it will have an effect not only on your subconscious, but your conscious as well. And to give you kind of like a real provable example of this, I might be butchering the study, but there was a study done where they took group A and group B, and it was like a free throw shooting contest, and they had like 3 months to prepare for this free throw shooting contest at the end. Group A went out and practiced shooting free throws for 30 minutes a day, and group B watched videos of like NBA players shooting free throws for 30 minutes a day. And at the end of the 3 months, when they both came together and had to compete against each other, their performance was roughly equal. Like there was the placebo group that didn't do anything. And both the observation group and the practice group had very, very similar results and were both significantly higher than the placebo group. So even though this one group that never actually went out and shot free throws physically, you know, they never shot free throws physically, they still were able to compete with like the people who did. So I wouldn't necessarily say that that's like this super relatable to women, because like there's a lot of internet guys, you know, like armchair quarterbacks who are like, I would do this with girls, I would do this, oh yeah, this is exactly what you fucking do, and then they get put in front of a girl and they're like, and they just fucking freeze, right? So, but I do believe that combining the 2 things, observing people who are charismatic and good at speaking, you know, and just basically bombarding your mind with this while also going and actively doing it in person, these 2 things are very synergistic and will make you, you know, like a 1 + 1 = 3 effect when it comes to your social skills and charisma. And also another thing that kind of is like related to the observation and watching charismatic people talk, is another thing I would do is after I would like watch an interview of, let's say, like Brad Pitt talking, I would turn on a fucking camera and sit down pretending like I was Brad Pitt getting interviewed. And I know this sounds fucking stupid, but this shit fucking works, bro. I would sit down, pretend that I was Brad Pitt, being interviewed and try to emulate him to like the best of my ability. Because like me as a actual diagnosed autistic motherfucker, like this shit doesn't come naturally. But the good thing about being, you know, most of us neurodivergent motherfuckers is that we're like quite intelligent. Like we're not super stupid, right? So we have enough intelligence to like be able to logically look at something and be like, okay, what is it about this and this, and like analyze it on kind of like a data level and translate this to ourselves. So like I would turn on a camera, pretend that I was doing this, try to be as charismatic as possible, just freestyling, talking about random shit. And then I would go back and watch it and like see ways that I can improve. So that's a huge thing. These 3 things: going out and cold approaching, watching a bunch of charismatic people speak and listening to them speak, and then literally turning on a camera, trying to be charismatic and watching it back. These 3 things, like if you did these for 3, like you'll see great results with this shit in fucking 3 months. But if you do this for 3 years, bro, you will dramatically change your speaking abilities, your, you know, charisma, and just your social skills and interactions with just strangers, men, women, all this shit. Like night and day difference. And that's a fucking huge part of it. Cause like, what's the point in looking good if you pull a 3, right? Like social skills and being smooth and confident and charismatic when speaking to women is incredibly important. And when you combine that with like me, like once, cause I developed more of like the charisma and speaking ability, like before I was really like working on my looks at all. I mean, like I was roiding, but like I was a bloated fucking like, you know, just bloat cell with a buzz cut. Just looked awful, right? Sub5, dude, fucking sub5. And basically like my social skills and charisma had to carry me. So I worked on that shit before I really like started working on my actual physical appearance. And literally the charisma and the confidence and the speaking ability and like a little bit of like manipulation tactics and like, you know, there's a whole like game that is you have to learn when it comes to women, but that alone literally had me as like a fucking 3-4 out of 10 fucking like actual 7s, bro, like actual 7s and a few 8s here and there on a regular basis. Now when you combine those skills, like the game and the confidence, charisma, all this kind of shit, actually knowing how to interact with women and make them attracted to you, on a level that's not really related to looks, then when you combine that with good looks, after looks maxing, it's fucking game over. Like, guys, my life is on fucking easy mode right now. If I want a new girlfriend, give me fucking 10 minutes, bro. Give me 10 minutes, I will get another hot girlfriend. Like, it's so easy. Next thing is working on your dick and your dick game. So over the span of this 3 years, you can get a lot of gains with PE, as in doing things like hanging, pumping. You can literally increase your dick size by a whole fucking condom size easily, very easily in 3 years. And then obviously because you're going to be approaching, going on so many dates, going to be slow at the beginning because you're just going to be a fucking awkward nerd. But after you're practicing your social skills, you know, charisma, you're improving your looks, you're going to start to get dates, you're going to start fucking, and this is where you learn to fuck, actually learn to be good in bed, and you're also trying to dick max and get your dick, you know, a solid fucking size. So, yeah, doing things like hanging and pumping and also the hormones, bro. Like, the hormones, before I even started hanging and pumping and, like, getting into PE, MK and test literally made my fucking dick bigger. So, I don't know. And other people have reported this too. So, that's another thing. The roids might actually make your fucking dick bigger. But yeah, basically dick max over the span of 3 years, you should pretty much be maxed out to like what you're going to be able to get out of PE. And with a lot of people, like the gains can be a lot more significant than you think. So, be doing that for 3 years. And then what else? Is there really anything else to cover to be? Oh yeah. Lastly, confidence and fucking aura. Something like, listen, there are some people, and you'll know this. Some people just walk into a fucking room and the energy is different. The energy that they exude is different. And oftentimes, like, most of the people that exude this type of energy actually have some shit to fucking back it up, right? Like, most people that are usually pretty intimidating are pretty badass, usually. Now, you'll be able to, like, kind of see, like, fakers versus people who are, like, actually badass. Like, people who are actually badass versus people who just, like, fake the shit more when you actually, like, become a badass. But the way to basically get aura, essentially, the thing that I think by far is the best thing you could possibly do is training martial arts. Go learn how to fight, and I'm not talking about some goddamn Krav Maga fucking, ooh, I was a karate black belt when I was 10. Dude, shut the fuck up, please. No. Karate, taekwondo, fucking Krav Maga. Oh, I did this sword fight. I did Tai Chi. You're a fucking nerd, bro. Like, I'm autistic, and I'm telling you that you are fucking gay and a nerd, all right? So don't do that shit, bro. Listen, train real martial arts. Let me break down. You have the striking martial arts. You have Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing. What else? I mean, those are basically the main ones. Sambo, but that's like a combination. Then you have the grappling martial arts, wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu, all that shit. And then you obviously have MMA. I would recommend, as somebody who's been training martial arts for 6 years now, I would recommend don't start out with MMA. Because basically if you start out with MMA, you're going to be pretty shit at everything. Because most MMA gyms run classes like 3 times a week, which in my opinion is like not enough times per week to actually get fucking good. And second, you only really work on like one individual thing for a certain amount of time every class. Like, it's so split. Dude, devote yourself to one specific art, whether it's grappling or whether it's striking, for multiple years. Get really good at that. Training like every fucking day, like 5-6 days a week. And also studying on the internet, like watching videos, watching instructionals, tutorials on how to do shit, watching live matches, like same shit with the charisma. If you want to get good, fucking watch professional matches as well. Do that with one specific martial art and then maybe transition into MMA. So yeah, train martial arts, dude. Just being able to walk into a room and like actually know that, I mean, yeah, based on the fucking gold medals on my wall over there and the fact that I've been doing this 6 days a week, 2 hours a day for the last fucking 6 years, I could probably kill everybody in this room with my bare hands. There's something primal about that, and you'll also become less of a dick. Like, you're, in my opinion, if you actually learn how to fight and you actually know that you can whoop some ass because you've like done it a lot every fucking day for years, then you're way less likely to be a dick to people. You're way less likely to get into an actual fight. And you also just like don't get intimidated by people really at all. Like, the type of people that used to intimidate me before I started training martial arts, like, I'm just like, look at these people as a fucking joke now, dude. Like, gone are the days where you can't look somebody in the eye and you're like afraid to say what you think because, oh, what if there's a little bit of pushback? Like, number one, when you know how to fight, you just carry yourself with a different body language. It just happens naturally. Like, after a few years of training, like, listen, when you first start training, your whole sense of masculinity is going to be completely crushed. Because you're probably going to walk in there thinking like, yeah, dude, I was fucking good at basketball. I was good at football. Dude, I'm going to whoop some ass. And then you get subbed like 4 times in a 5-minute round by some like 120-pound chick. And then you're like, holy fuck, I'm not a man. And then it takes like a couple years to actually get decent. And then after that, a couple more years to actually get good. But yeah, basically your whole sense of masculinity when you first start training martial arts will fucking crumble, but it'll be built back a lot stronger. And that would be literally my number one recommendation if you want confidence, if you want aura. Go learn how to fucking fight. Fighters just walk differently. Like, dude, I'm telling, and I've heard other people say this as well. When you know how to fight, you can tell when somebody else knows how to fight. It's like the whole fucking, like guys in the military, I imagine, are the same thing. Like special operations guys, I imagine when they see somebody else who's in special operations, like they can fucking tell. They can just sense it. just by little small mannerisms, just the way that they move, the way that they carry themselves. It's different. You can sense it. That's a real fucking thing. And that'll just happen naturally. But yeah, if you want to get better body language, want to just be a lot more confident, easily the best thing you can possibly do is learn how to fight. Dude, the gym is not even fucking comparable. Don't even give me that bullshit. Gym, not even close. The amount of confidence it'll give you. Being good looking, being above average in looks, not even close to the level of confidence that knowing you can whoop some ass will give you. And even like being good, like confident and charismatic and being able to talk. Like you see people who are good looking, who are confident, charismatic, still like cuck out in situations to guys that they just have like that fucking aura to them, bro. Aura is a real thing. Best way to get it, train martial arts. Actually learn how to whoop some ass. So basically, overview of this shit. In the span of 3 years, back on the martial arts thing, in the span of 3 years, you're not going to be good at martial arts in 3 years, but you'll be at the point, especially if you train like 5-6 days a week, to where you will be able to quite easily beat the fuck out of an average person. Now, when it comes to like actual martial artists in 3 years, you're not going to be that good. But yeah, compared to a normal person, you'll be really fucking good. So yeah, 3 years, basically, boom, roid for 2.5 years. Boom, softmax for 6 months. Boom, over the span of that 3 years, you had an extra job, you were saving up. Bam, at the end of my softmaxing, get some hard maxing. Bam, I'm set on looks, or at least max out as much as I can be. Second thing, going out and cold approaching for 3 years straight. Getting in relationships, going on as many dates as possible, just fucking hammering away at that shit. Also observing charismatic people speak, and turning on a fucking camera, actually practicing my social skills, my speaking ability, all that shit. For 3 years, dramatically change your life with women and social skills, all that shit. And then as well, dick maxing for 3 years, you're going to be pretty fucking maxed out dick-wise after 3 years of PE, and fucking, like, 3 years, if you just grind on this shit, you'll be pretty fucking decent. Like, you'll be way better than the average guy in any of these categories. So yeah, PE for 3 years, and then bam, martial arts for 3 years. And so yeah, this is basically how you go from a sub-5 unconfident loser virgin to a fucking slayer, all right? This is how to get it done. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And lastly, guys, if you want to work with me one-on-one, want to hop on a call with me, get my advice on some shit when it comes to like hormone protocols, you want more help with women, you like actually want somebody involved on the day-to-day helping you with all of this shit, coming up with plans, routines, shit, just basically giving it to you and just saying, hey, exactly do this on a week-to-week basis, then that's where the one-on-one coaching is going to come in. Fucking let's hop on a call, and I'd be happy to help you ascend as quickly as fucking possible. Because doing this shit on your own is pretty fucking difficult. Staying as consistent as you need to be in order to like actually go from a sub-5 to a fucking slayer in like 3 years is going to take a lot of fucking work, right? You're going to be having to grind your ass off. Ain't no more time to doom scroll on TikTok. Ain't no more time to do any of this bullshit. So if that's the case, it's going to get hard. It's going to get hard at some points, and that's where, if you want me to be on your fucking ass about this shit, I can do that. I'll be your goddamn drill sergeant, all right? So if you're interested in the one-on-one coaching, want to hop on a call with me, check that out. Link will be in the description. Also follow me on Instagram at BlakeSpeaks007, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Like, subscribe, leave a fucking comment for the algorithm, and yeah, catch you guys in my next video. Goodbye.